Champions League में one game, one heart, Champions League साथ नहीं आरामने दिव्यने चायगाने एक सीने डरामियाने one game, one heart, Champions League where dreams take part. Raise your flags, feel the art. Football, one game, one heart.
Sri Lanka Football Champions League, powered by TV Supreme.
skippers with the match referees of the day getting ready for the toss as Javelin and New Star will be hoping that they kick off their all-important Super 8 games with a flurry. Skipper for Javelin, Harshan Sumudu, alongside the skipper for New Star, Muhammad Azam. Javelin with two overseas talents and New Star lining up with three overseas players. Going to be a very interesting one. The New Star lineup: Mohammad Shahid, Al Fatiq, Azam, Maziad, Shakib, Mohammad Tilam makes a comeback, Fazal with Alauja, the overseas player, Afro, Tongnebele, another very interesting talent, Antle Dilaxon and Claude Agbilevo. For Javelin, it will be Rajavansa, Farik, Fernando, Harshan Sumudu, the skipper, Azad, Alim, Emadullah, Olavale, Abishan, Bernard, and Asfaq Ayub, the goalkeeper for this side.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. Let the countdown begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, with that, the game kicks off here at the Racecourse. Javelin taking on the first possession. Pressure coming in from New Star and have been fouled straight away. Important game for both these teams, as they will want to make sure that they get their footing right in this all-important encounter. A little bit of ajibaji between the two sets of players. The Javelin skipper straight away wanted to make sure that he gets his footing right. Says, mate, listen. Early spill of emotion, but no harm done. Referee having a word with Auja. Not a player you want to put on your bad books, as they hug it out. Oh, no problem. All under control, as Derek Fernandez says. No problem, mate. And I'm joined by a good mate, Romario De Silva. Romario, very interesting game today, Javelin. Here's the first free kick into the box. Dangerous area to be in. Still alive for Javelin, but that's going to be the first corner of the day.
Good evening, Sudarshan, and we're surely in for an exciting encounter here as Javelin swings in a corner. Ola heads it across the face of goal. Just goes, but that's the first opportunity for us. Javelin swung in by skipper Harshan, and Oluwale tries to get his head on it, but he's unable to do so. Well, rather put it on target. But yes, Sudarshana, we'll be expecting an enthralling game here.
Back post unmarked, literally there. If there was a player who was marking that who was there at the back post, but yet again promising counter from New Star. Javelin, of course, one of the legacy clubs in the circuit, having being formed pre-independence in the 1920s. Had their glory moments, but have to make sure that they fight their way out from this competition into the Super League. Here's another dangerous ball into the box. Early indications, both teams are going to attack full on.
Surely indeed they are. Javelin have also found themselves recruiting one more foreigner. So there is some support for Oluwale up front. And I think we'll be in for an enthralling game here. New Star. They were a team who worried quite a few opponents in the first round, and they'll be hoping to continue that and go on their merry way. Ola holding up the ball, trying to get in the cutback, but the defensive player gets a foot in. However, a corner going the way of Javelin Sports Club. Nazar Mohammed, their coach, giving out a bit of his advice to his player. Now swinging it in with his left foot. Oluwale trying to get his head, but it was just taken off him as yet another opportunity goes begging for Javelin Sports Club. But promising signs for the club from Slave Island. They are putting their opponents under pressure, immense pressure in fact, and trying to make that opening statement. Looking for a through pass was Vital, but just unable to find it. Now another through pass comes in, but this time around Fazal Mohammed picked by him, but the player a bit overeager and getting himself caught offside. Javelin sticking to their customary 4-4-2. While New Star have reverted to their 3-4-3 rather, and both teams are looking to go all out, but Javelin, credit goes to them as they are just trying to stay a bit defensive as well, would not be wanting to concede any early goals. Ball goes out for a throw. Getting the cross in towards Oluwale was Bernard, but just doesn't go through the bodies to his striker partner. However, promising signs for the City League club. Still keeping hold of possession. Getting in the cross in. Here's the opportunity, but this time around the goalkeeper does well, does shade, but not the best of clearances. However, Fazal Mohammed finds himself cleaning up the scraps. Quick throw in taken. Here's Maziad rather, beg your pardon. Long ball. Looking for Oluwale. He gives and goes. Hoping for the return pass, but it doesn't find him. Now better late than never. Through pass coming in. The flag stays down as Harshan Sumudu finds Oluwale. He puts his right foot through the cross, but nothing really on it. He has an opportunity. Now a 4-on-3. Running hard. Here are the New Star players. Mohammad Fazal takes a shot. The follow-up, however, Afro just unable to find himself in the right place at the right time. Fazal Mohammad took it early. Ashfaq Ayub called in to make his first tell-in save of the game. And boy oh boy, 8 minutes into this game, it's a cracker-lacka game. A wide open game being played by both teams. And they will be hoping to make their opponents, to put them under pressure. Asela onto a flicked on header by Sumudu, but New Star keeping a hold of possession. Picking passes. Vital pulling the strings from midfield, but flying in goes the New Star player. Studs showing bit of a dangerous tackle there.
Both teams playing with intensity, and the only reason we are 0-all is because of fabulous work by Ayub. What a shot from Fazal. That time it was certainly going in, Romario. Unfortunately, the player coming in couldn't connect, but wouldn't have mattered because he was offside. But good intentions from both the teams who are playing with intensity, want to attack the ball, but how long they are going to sustain it is going to be the crucial factor in this game.
Indeed, that will always be the pressure question. Al Fatik was the player who got a telling off by the referee. New Star swinging it upfield. A lovely ball coming in, and it's kept in the field of play by Afro. Now running at his defender. Takes a shot, and early shot there by Afro. Caught us all off guard, but Ashfaq Ayub had it covered, Sudarshana.
Fabulous work yet again by the goalkeeper, but Afro taking the chance, flirting there, comes into the box, and just the intervention from the goalkeeper, making sure they keep it under attack.
Imran Hussain, the New Star coach, will be pleased with the quick start, but only if that ball had snuck in from the near post. Medics coming on. Bit of attention for Irfan Imadullah. As the crowds snack on and enjoy. Here is the points table from at the end of week 1 of the Super Round. Sudarshana, Saunders sitting pretty on top with St. Mary's and New Star, the only 3 teams who have recorded a win in the first week. Pelicans, Java Lane are another 2 teams who have not lost but have just managed a solitary point. Solid, Serendib and Police are the final 3.
Fighting performance by Javelin last week against the Pelicans, who looked to be the better team, but Javelin, worse in the fight, managed to get a point out of the game.
Hard-earned point, you could say.
But the overseas talent who've been added to Javelin have really made a difference. They've been a different side in the second half of the competition, just like Saunders after the interruption.
Indeed, the Javelin players were searching for some overseas talent to help their cause, and they have found that. Now Oluwale down the right, not the best of crossers, cleared away to safety. Afro doesn't control it well, but gets it somehow under his spell. Now a search in through ball, but the Javelin defender finds himself getting in the way. Harshana Sumudu down the left, running at his defender with a bit of trickery. Gets the ball in. A tease in delivery in, but the New Star defense is up to it. For the third time of asking, the man with the blonde hair gets in the way, and Javalin's attack peters out. Sudarshana.
Yeah, good defensive work by New Star. They're getting their jerseys onto those dangerous areas despite their press up. Javalin though are persistent.
Keeping hold of the ball now, Javalin, Alim and Abinas, but this time Ali loses out. Now Fazal down the near touchline on the right, running at his defenders, poking the ball in. A tease in delivery just over the head of Mohammad Tilam, and well, a half chance you could say, Sudarshana.
Both Mohammad Tilam and Fazal will tell you it wasn't a half chance, it was a little bit more than that, because Tilam is a good finisher as well. Just couldn't get his jump right, but a brilliant delivery from the veteran, second of the game for him.
Indeed, he has no doubt proven his worth as Tilam goes down to a trail in hand by Derek Fernando. Could say he might be knowing a bit what he's doing, but just tells the referee, mate, I'm not too sure what happened there.
Tilam didn't agree, hence went down. They get away just with the free kick.
Over the top, down the left rather, Afro gets it to the center of the field. Shot taken, but just a bit wide of the target. New Star now turning the tide as they are peppering the Javelin goal, but just kept under attack.
I like the fact that Auja, despite being the chief organizer of New Star Defense, has been given the lease to play a little high up, and he's creating a lot of chances from midfield.
Jafran, Udayakant and Dias are the match officiating party. Tight call there, but goes away of the lads in pink. Some good pressure shown by Harshana Sumudu, but his back heel does not really work the way he would have hoped it would. He hoped it would rather. But now swung in again by Azad. Gets a nick on the New Star player, but he takes matters into his own hands and clears his lines. Now Azad, through ball coming in. Here's Oluwale trying to twist and turn there, but just unable to do so.
Was looking to control that ball. Oluwale could have opted to try and pass it on, but just couldn't get it under control. Javelin has struggled with ball possession, hence have gone for the longer shots, Romario. Whereas New Star, they have a thrill with possession. When they have possession, they look absolutely beautiful, with some key players looking to create chances and plenty to be able to finish.
Indeed, I think last week as well, Javelin, they did not have any control in the midfield. They were put under immense pressure by the Pelicans, and this time around as well. Even though Bernard has come to the support of Oluwale, they are still lacking a bit of control in that midfield, which has caused them quite a bit of bother. Overhead kick, but gets the man along with the ball. Quite a few protests coming in, but it's Mohammad Al Fatiq who seem to have gotten a piece of Bernard's face while trying to go for that exuberant clearance, Sudarshana.
Yeah, dangerous, isn't it? It'll be interesting to see what referee Jaffran decides on this. Got him in the face. Playing to protest. That's the nicest you're going to see of Al Fatiq.
Indeed, he has been in the wars, and he will no doubt continue to be so. Azad swinging it in, hopeful ball. Here's an opportunity, but Arshana Sumudu skies it over, and well, one of the more clear chances, Sudarshana.
There was no goalkeeper in goal for New Star for moments, and ball was at the boot of a Javelins player. So two clear real chances. One was a very good intervention by the Javelin goalie. The other, a chance not made by the Javelin skipper.
Arshana Sumudu will be thoroughly disappointed. If he had only had got that on target, it would have been a whole different story. But now Bernard press in, push in and pull in Azad. Al Fatiq rather, beg your pardon. Tough tussle there on the ball, Sudarshana.
Bernard telling Al Fatiq, I can play that game too. Oluwale not getting the first touch right. He hasn't still gotten on to the rhythm of this game. Dangerous play when he does, but needed support. Here's a counter from Javelin. Ayub.
Great search in delivery there for Mohammad Fazal, but just unable to find him at the end of it, as the keeper read it well and came out. Abinas fighting for it with Thilam. The throw goes in favor of Javelin. Vital is not too amused by that. But now Azad, long throw. Doesn't find any teammates, but Azad comes to clean things up. Outside of his foot, picked that pass, did Alim. But Oluwale just strain offside there. Tough call. However, it's a tough job to be doing, Sudarshana, calling offside, because scientifically it has been proven that a referee cannot be making that call. He can't be looking at two places at the same time, but still a thankless job.
100%, especially in this format of the game. Again, a teasing delivery by New Star. What they're doing is through the midfield, they can boss New Star, and that's a good delivery, Oluwale. Oh, made hash of by Shade. But Javalain had overrun that.
Oluwale, he thought he had collected it, did the keeper, but it somehow managed to sneak out of his hands. Azam just not having enough pace to run onto that ball by Fazal Mohammed. Sumudu. Now Fazal Mohammed. So much of composure and time. Running through the from deep is Al Fatih, takes a shot, but just to the right it goes. Now Sudarshan, the game is taking a bit of a toll. The speed of it just unable to consistently keep up to it are the players.
The two benches will want composure from the teams. We are just 24 minutes into the first half, Romario, and these games are 4 deep. Javalain have been put under pressure, but have come away.
Harshan Sumudu floating it in. Oluwale gets his head, but just unable to find his supporting player. Nabusi Bernard. Shade will be a happy man. Just that little bit of a bobble in his hands caused a bit of early trouble. But now New Star trying to keep hold of it. However, the Javalain defense is up to the task. Swung in, but partially cleared. Oluwale chasing, fighting for it. However, the defense is also up to the task. Al Fatih has been in the wars, Sudarshana, and he continues to be in the thick of the action.
Yeah, it's been a real pain to Javalain when they've tried attacking. He's defended well deep. Quickly taken by Javalain. Here's the delivery to the box. Sumudu underneath it, heads it into the box. Now the shot blocked by Auja. The second was a good strike by Ali. Ran onto that ball, but denied by the New Star defense.
Javalain putting their opponents under pressure, pressing them deep into their own box, but just unable to come away with anything, Sudarshana.
Azad to the box. Not cleared cleanly by New Star, but falls in the path of Fazal. Tilam.
Taking it on now, Harshan Sumudu. Bernard gets bumped out of the way by Vital. He's pleading his case to the referee.
Got to be careful though. The referee has been very lenient with the players, and that time you're just getting away with a free kick. I don't think you should complain.
Also, I think Bernard did well to get himself in between ball and man, and once that little touch came, we all know what happens from there on, Sudarshana. Lining it up is Derek Fernando. New star holding a high line at the edge of the box. But quite a few complaints from the players in pink. But now Derek to swing it in from his left foot. Catapults it in. Here's an opportunity. That's the goal. Oluwale gets his head and breaks the deadlock.
What a delivery from Derek Fernando. And Oluwale in the 29th gets the opening goal for Java. The fans who travelled the short distance from Slave Island are absolutely livid here at the racecourse.
They're sure enjoying it. Oluwale with his 6th goal of this campaign. And he surely knows the way to the back of this net. And what a header there to the post, to the corner of the post there, and there's no chance for the keeper, Sudarshana.
Absolutely no chance for the keeper, but brilliantly executed by the man in pink. New star will want to strike back immediately. Just at the halfway mark, Java getting that goal. What they can't do is be complacent. They need to keep trying as persistent as they have been, and make sure defensively they front up.
Indeed, I think now a New Star with their backs up against the wall. Java will no doubt drop about a foot or two deeper. But I think we all know how dangerous this Java outfit, this New Star outfit, beg your pardon, could be. They know their way to the win, to a win, as they showed in that first round. But now trailing with 30 minutes gone. Quick free kick taken, but by the looks of it, Afro or Vital, was it? Caught offside. Good work by the defense on that occasion as well. Just holding a high line and hoping that the attacker will stray offside, and that's exactly what he did. So playing into the hands of the defense there. Now Ayub. Java now with a bit of trickery. Cross coming in, but this time cleared to safety. Bit of ping pong going on there. However, now the ball is bouncing at the opponent on the other end. Tackle coming in on Afro. But the referee says nothing doing there, Sudarshan.
Oh, absolutely nothing there. Correct call by the referee. Both players going for the ball. Lost their balance. So there was no guilty party, but that time though, Auja living dangerously. It's not the first time that he's been called.
Vital. Getting a few words from the referee, but Well, he leaps pretty much on top of his opponent, Harshana Sumudu, on that occasion. The magic foam coming out, Sudarshana. This time around, it's Bernard behind the dead ball. New Star still with the high line. Bernard just a bit too much on it. Trying to go directly on goal, but lacking a bit of accuracy on that occasion.
Yeah, the dip never came. Javalain looking to attack from the distance, because New Star through the midfield, it's going to be a difficult one to go through, Romario. You got to make sure that if you do not have that attacking power in the midfield, to try and attack from distance, and that's what they've done through Mohammad Azad and Mohammad Ali.
Indeed, I think they have been holding firm in midfield, and that has put off New Star, because they usually take control in the midfield of these games, but still today they have not been able to take control. Now Bernard swiveling, trying to get the cross inside. Here's an opportunity. This time around, just unable to wrap his foot around it was the Javalain player. But now Harshana Sumudu, he goes down. Just a bit too softly, says the referee for his liking. New Star trying to spring a quick counter. I think Sudarshana, New Star are just getting caught in the game of their opponents rather than them taking control of the game, and that is not helping their cause.
Yeah, absolutely. Javalain have done well to rush New Star. They're not playing with the normal control that they would like to play. Javalain revels in that chaotic fashion of play, trying to put your opponent off. Here's Fasal, delivers a beautiful pass to the box. Here's an opportunity. Play a ball, says the referee. Got to play to the whistle.
Just stopping a bit too early. Now Alim relieving pressure. Referee Jafran. Spotting a Javalain player. By the looks of it, it's Harshana Sumudu, the skipper. He's not too happy with something that has gone on, and he's having a good go at the referee.
Yeah, he not won many complaints by Sumudu, who has strong reason to believe that he's been fouled multiple times, but hasn't been looked kindly into, as good skippers always do. The crowd coming in, packed stadium here on the topmost floor of the racecourse, Romario. Good crowd coming out. Friday evening football.
Harshana Sumudu being marched outside. as Shakib takes the throw in. Bernard unable to get the ball under wraps. Take 2 for Shakib. Bernard being pressed, fighting, unable to pick a pass. Oluwale somehow gets his head on the ball and theatrically goes down. Nothing going his way.
A new star on the counter.
Harshana Sumudu has turned things over. Now down the left he goes. Twinkle toes. Oluwale now playing in Bernard. Here's an opportunity with his left, but he's well blocked. And the follow up. A side foot, tame effort. There's not too much of danger of the left foot of Derek Fernando Sudarshana.
Jawalin though creating problems for New Star. They're not fully able to commit to the counter because they know of the jet danger. Yet again, another threatening ball to Sumudu.
Trying a reverse pass, but it just goes out of play. However, it's still a javelin throw in. Oluwale now slowing things down a bit, but swivels and get a shot. Cross in as Harshana Sumudu doesn't get the contact he would have hoped for. Sudarshana
not wearing his normal boots, I suppose. Sumudu will want to make sure that he revives it in the second. New Star running onto the ball.
taking it down the left. Vital back to Afro. Gets a cross in. Here's a tease in delivery. Cut back. But just a bit too much of power there by the new star Claude. They did everything right there, apart from him just trying to go through Alim.
Brilliant presence by Alim on that ball, like a very good defender does, and he's been fabulous for Javelin. But Claude that time a little too much power going across his opposite number. Vital.
Search in delivery. The ricochet goes off the new star player. Javelin will be quite pleased. 40 minutes into the game, Sudarshana. They have taken a solitary 1-goal advantage.
A brilliant effort by Javelin. They need to make sure that they keep focused this game. They need to keep attacking and creating problems for New Star. Put them off their game. Yet again, Tillam.
Fazal Mohammed grabbing his opponent by the jersey, and once Asela took a bit of a swing at him, wasn't too pleased with that, but both players just trying to get under the skin of each other.
It's unbelievable, Romario, because I vividly remember being in the combox for the first group game New Star played, and Fazal Mohammed had put on a bit of weight. Big collision there. Both going for
Irfan and Claude. As the supporters watch along with quite a bit of excitement, as the far end of the stadium too is quite packed. But by the looks of it, it doesn't seem too good for the javelin player who has gone down. The stretcher seems to be going on the field. This is not a sight we ever want to see.
Oh, seems like it's done. Romario. Never a pretty sight.
Just that land in Sudarshana there. You all know how painful that could be.
Really do hope that it's not as bad as it looked. Certainly he's in pain. And we really hope he recovers fast. It's a nasty collision. But terrific work by the medical staff. For all these games, President of Football Sri Lanka, just for
Watching on as the player is stretched out in quite unfortunate circumstances. A promising defender. About 10 seconds of regulation time and a bit of added time left. To put opponents under pressure. Alim gets hit as Bernard fights, brings his opponent to Eric Fernando. He clears lines. Oluwale directing traffic, plays in Abinas as he swings it with his left foot. No takers, unfortunately for Javelin. Alim now into the thick of the action as Sumudu. They both go down. New Star now down the left, 2-on-1, 3-on-2 rather. But some good defensive play coming in and nips the attack in its bud. As Harshan Sumudu is down and he's getting a bit of attention from the referee. trying really hard was Harshana, but there just catches the strained foot of Anthony as Irfan Himadullah was the player who was stretchered off, and well, I get confirmation saying that he has made his way back onto the field, which is surely good to see, but hopefully has not done too much damage to his knee and he's aggravating it, Sudarshan.
You can sometimes underplay what's happened, the joke that would have happened. Friday evening, under lights, enjoying the game. New Star needs to find a goal, and they'll love to go into half-time 1-1.
They surely will, Sudarshana. Drop ball to restart proceedings. Derek Fernando thumps it. Oluwale somehow manages to get on the end of the second ball. Now Bernard running at the defense. Some lovely trickery. Picking up his fellow foreign talent was Bernard. But now we are in the dying embers of this first half, Sudarshana. A bit more time added on because of that injury to Harshana. Oluwale just doesn't get it under control, and this may very well be the last kick. No, in fact, the referee says, let's go on, lads.
Jawalayan doing the correct thing, making sure that they play in the correct part of the field. New Star is not showing the urgency they should, I believe, to try and finish things level, because the referee has decided there is plenty time left.
Anthony's pocket has been picked, but his support player Thilam comes to the rescue after an enthrall in 45 minutes of action. Sudarshana, Jawalayan finding themselves taking the lead of the header of Oluwale as we go into the half-time break with Jawalayan taking a solitary goals advantage. Sudarshana.
Oluwale, brilliant work by him, beautiful connection to that lovely delivery from Fernando. As Jawalayan go into the sheds 1-0 up.
Here are the highlights. Jawalayan, they did put their opponents under pressure. So did New Star. But this was where the goal was scored. New Star had a few opportunities, but they were just unable to find the back of the net.
kickwe pitiye chayda jalila de rase Champions League ek had gas mein hanguman kickwe java naramenne bhagi dulanne khidi dasde gol ek gannai sit sarasenne samarok venne saateta denne we are one day one heart one game one heart Champions League this is where we start together we dream together we fight we are the champions under the light
புத்தாங்கள் புதுமொழியே இரங்கள் முதங்கள் கடந்திடுமே ஒன்றாய் இணைந்த பயிரித் தொற்றாய் எல்லைகள் தாண்டிடுமோ The lights are shining, the crowd will roll This is the moment we waited for The passion's rising, the call is clear The Champions League is finally
one game one heart Champions League this is where we start together we dream together we fight we are the champions under the
We play for love, pride and pain For every child who dreams again No borders here, no fear, no end Just one dream that we defend மரங்கள் கிக்காகவே களத்தில் உறுதியாய் மின்னவும் நாமே நாமே Champions League வரவே உணர்வதற்கு தருமே
cheer ekai kemmak denne kollo set ekama ek wenne goal ekata kick එක denne Champions League me aramenne one game one heart Champions League satanai aramenne didi denne jaya ganne ek sinata apiyanne one game one heart Champions League where dreams take part raise your flags feel one game one heart hey one dream one star hey one game one heart Champions League the spirit of football leads the way
Sri Lanka Football Champions League. Powered by TV Supreme.
Alim kicking off after throwing first half to an end with the team on taking a slender. Changes have been made. Art comes on for the player who had a knock to his knee. New star also making a double change. As Sudarshana in the comeback, Sudarshana, new star. They would have no at the end of the first half and will be hoping to bounce back.
Start fast, but new look for stability. They will need to calm things down here because they are currently falling in the trap of Java Lane, wanting to play this game from broken spaces.
I think that is flying and that's Sudarshana.
That took some time, but Mohammad Ali, the first man to go into the book in the 47th of the game, 47th of the game rather. Yeah, came flying in and completely cut the man off. Alim that time needs to be careful because he's one of those key players for the men in pink.
Vital lining up this free kick alongside Mohammad Fazal. The wall being set by the referee.
The veteran can call this one in with ease.
Goes for that curling delivery, but just a few bodies in front of the keeper as it's taken off by the Java Lane player himself.
Great piece of defense, timely intervention. That I believe that time it was Mohammad Azad yet again playing that important role right in front of the goal. You can't let New Star settle in. Alim that time yet again in trouble.
Living dangerously is Alim.
Got none of the ball and leaned dangerously on a player who was on there. Always going to put yourself in referee's bad books as Auja delivers inside the box, but here's Fazal on that Bernard with a wishful kick. Oluwale running on to it. But good clearance from Dilaksan. But massive foul coming through. This time Al Fatih goes into the book.
And rightly so. Just goes through the back of Oluwale. Cleans his man out, does Al Fatih. Here's a replay there. Boy, oh boy, a crunching tackle. No half measures there, Sudarshan.
And that too from the back gets up trying to retrieve the ball. As if to say, we need to play on. But Vital, who is right on top of that, straight away knew.
Derek with his left foot, swinging it in, asking questions, but Harshana Sumudu just unable to get his head at the end of that. Fazal gets it, and now he comes in quite deep, trying to play ball. Good defense.
This is good from Nur though. Trying to catch Java Lane at their own game. Fasal seemed to have dropped back a little bit and trying to attack from the back with Auja coming into the middle, who can go that long ball. But they need to be careful in defense, New Star. In searching for that goal, they can't concede another, because Java Lane has been looking to take chances. Yet again a long ball. On to that this time is Fatih. Java Lane not here. He is Fazal. But good strong defense. Great presence that time by Rizvi Atik of Java Lane.
Questions there is the veteran Fazal Al Fatih in between man again, and wins his team pressure. Free again, this time around Ashfaq Ayub is
to keep wraps off, but it's the midfield that has posed problems. They've recognized that Mario and are not looking to play ball in field. getting a bit of telling off, but still not seeming to come to an agreement, the two players. However, the referee makes sure play goes on.
Asela swinging it deep into the opponent's half. Sumudu leaped highest. Javalen still winning the second ball. Oluwale trying to run through. He does, but he goes down and wins the free kick. Fazal is not too happy, complaining alongside Shahid. Oluwale did seem to lose possession there, lose control rather. But Anthony's swinging foot is what I think brought him down, Sudarshana.
100%. I think it's the picture that is being painted for the referees, and because you are, while falling down, going for the ball, where you can go to the ground and come back up to try and take control of, but that swinging foot is always going to be putting you under trouble if you don't get ball.
Indeed, and it surely did put Newson and his team under pressure. Did Anthony in that bright blonde hair. Looks a bit yellow on screen though. Javalen players lining up behind this dead ball. Derek Fernando and Alim seem to be the two favourites. Oluwale still on the floor, clutching onto his face, but now he comes up. Setting up his wall is Mohammad Shade with his left foot. Lining up is Derek Fernando. Six-man wall. Derek Fernando swinging it in. Just out to the left of goal. But Derek Fernando made the keeper work. However, just unable to sneak in, as another opportunity goes big in for Javalen. But boy oh boy, aren't they in this game.
There's something, isn't it, always about the left-footed players and their deliveries. There seems to be always that mystery. What if when they deliver long balls through their left foot? But New Star now, this is what they're good at, keeping possession of the ball. But good defensive work that time. Yet again, it was Rizvi Atik, the substitute, who's come onto the field and really delivered some inspiring defensive performances with veterans around them. Alim with the intervention, Sumudu. A little too much on that ball for Oluwale to chase in this 59th minute of the game.
Just asking a bit too much there of his centre forward. So running his socks off is Oluwale. Oluwaseun. Pressure coming in by Bernard. Now back again to Bernard. Arshana Sumudu asking for it, getting it. Just no takers at the far post for Javalen. They are applying immense pressure. Now for the long ball. Here's an opportunity. But the clearance, it comes good. Mohammad Azad, that is. Not too happy with his own teammate is Abdul Farik.
You don't upset your keeper. He can tell whatever he wants. You just walk away from that. Is what he's been told to him, Romario, because you both fight for the same team. The defender
Theatrical fall there by Bernard, but nothing doing. Now it's vital that A.M. Jaffran, the referee, makes sure that this game is kept under his control well and truly. Tempers are flaring. Quick corner. Here goes Shahid to no man, and Anthony, well, he wins his team a free kick. This time it's Bernard in the number 23 jumper, who by the looks of it has caught his opponent. Anthony making full use out of that. Even after the free kick had been blown, his dives still continued. Vital trying to tell Alim something, but by the looks of it, he did not seem to buy anything. But now it's Fazal and Claude line up this dead ball. Claude, but not the best of free kicks there. Fazal is not too happy.
The black mate. We'll take a look at that replay shortly. There was opportunity for Mohamed Fasal to take it, and he's taken many this year and made sure that his team finds the back of the net. Zawalain showcasing good fight in defense. Take a look at that, skying it, and Fazal straight away looks at the bench.
Not too happy was Fazal, but that would not have been the case if it had gone in. Long shot driven by Alim, but not disrupting the keeper too much. Anthony plays it short to Fazal, but the pass seemed to be picked for a moment. However, Fazal recovers. Hoofed upfield. Now Claude trying to pick a pass. Picks Shahid. Back to Shahid. Now gaps opening up, but some good defensive play there by the Javalain defenders, and they somehow managed to put things away. Here's an opportunity for a shot. Well blocked. Harshan Sumudu at the second time of asking as well. Fazal knew that he was offside and did not go to mess with that pass, as the offside flag would have no doubt been raised. Ashfaq Ayub.
is good work from Java Lane. They want to make sure that they keep the visits of New Star to their half to a minimum. Trying to put them under pressure with long balls into their attacking third and into the box. Have kept the defenses in check. Here's an opportunity. Sumudu to Alim. Drives it in. Still alive for Bernard, who's been fouled. Vital goes to the knees. Plenty theatrics here. There are two lining up to take this. Alim and Derek. Will it be Alim's thundering right or Derek's curling left? We will have to wait and see, Romario.
That sure is the $1 million question. 4-man wall in front of Shade. Derek Fernando with his left. With a bit of pace, again just scratches past the top corner. New Star still caught in a bit of a tangle. Good control there by Al-Fatih. Thilam out to his teammate. Now some good combination play there. Ball over the top. Olawale chasing, taking the shot, draws the save. Does Olawale from a narrow angle. Straight away from defense to attack they go. Java Lane, Sudarshan.
Yeah, very good from Java Lane. Olawale that time did not have the pace to attack that ball, but opportunity here for Fernando, who's been delivering gems. But most, except for that goal, has been uncut. If we can deliver a polished one here, because in Olawale they have a height advantage inside the box as well. Can Java Lane double their score?
Driven in low, cleared away. Alim back over his head. Clearance ricochets. Al-Fatih Shahid Thilam, that is, beg your pardon. Now Vital looking for a pass. Nothing really on, but he gets it back. Now Vital playing it over the top, and it was well negotiated. Lovely turn there by Harshan Sumudu to Olawale, but asking a bit too much from him.
Interesting for New Star, Mohammad Thilam, since his absence of a couple of weeks, haven't been able to try and recapture form that he was in the initial weeks of the first round. Seems to have gone into a little bit of hiding, driving it into the box for Soluwale. Now New Star on the count, and this is what Java Lane have done well so far. Getting the clearances and intervening before New Star can start attack.
Twisting and turning was Vital. New Star now trying from inside their own half to build. Fazal Mohammed, over the top it goes. Here's Claude trying to get it in, but just a bit too much on it on that occasion. He did everything right apart from finding his teammate. Take 2, but this time Ashfaq Ayub called to make a save. He had to be switched on there, Sudarshan. And thankfully for him and his Java Lane faithful, he very well was switched on.
Absolutely brilliant intervention yet again by Ayub. It's the second time that he's denied Fazal. As New Star make another substation.
Not the best of days for Claude Akblogli. Fazal swipes it in. Let go across the face of goal by Ayub. Getting assistance from Abdul Farik. They are doing their utmost to eat as many as seconds off the clock. We are 70 minutes into this game.
New Star trying everything. 1 minute. Fazal will be on the left of your field, and in another he's taking shots on the right.
Sure, he's trying to do everything in his capabilities to make sure his team wins. Long throw to no one, but Vital feels a hand on his back by Derek and he goes. Oluwali gets cleaned out. New Star trying to spring a counter, but it is well nipped in its bud. However, possession changes hands again. Fazal trying to pick a pass, but this time around the player was well marked.
Flag going up. New Star sensing the urgency. 72nd minute of regular time. They're feeling it. And when you're chasing a game, time runs off pretty quickly, isn't it, Romario? When you're in the lead, it can't finish sooner.
That sure is always the case, Sudarshan. Asela looking for that long ball. Does not find his teammate at the first time, but does well. Does the Java Lane player. Wins possession around the attacker. Gets the cross in. Bernard, that was fighting with pretty much everything he has in his body. But now play opens up. New Star. Anthony. Now with a bit of trickery. Cross coming in. Here's an opportunity. Ashfaq Ayub called to the rescue.
All 74 minutes on to this game, Romario. He's been the difference between the two teams, hasn't he? New Star, for the first time maybe this game, properly building up from their own half. This is the type of football they like to play, and they are comfortable playing as well. And they've done well in putting people in that midfield and building up to deliveries like that. They haven't been able to do so with how well Java Lane has played this game.
Indeed, they certainly have done extremely well, have Java Lane in defense. Ashfaq Ayub getting a new pair of wheels. as the fans continue to look on. Few very happy from Java Lane and quite a few not too much with the scoreline. Here's what we had this evening. Sri Lanka Police got absolutely hammered by Serendip. Java Lane versus New Star on right now. Java Lane in with a solitary lead. St. Mary's take on Saunders tomorrow as the evening game, and Solid take on Pelicans as the night game. Plenty of rugby action, football action left. Sudarshana, beg your pardon. And I'm sure Saunders, they'll be hoping to cement their position on top of the table. 3 points to the good with a healthy goal difference as well.
Interesting format as well, isn't it, Romario? The top two teams will have a one-off playoff with the winner securing their spot in the Super League, while the team that loses or comes second in that will have an opportunity for a one-off playoff against the team that is one before last. Again, a delivery by Mohammad Fazal. He's creating problems, he's creating chances. Just needed a better intervention.
He did not know where the ball hit his head. Did the player getting his head to the ball? But now Ashfaq Ayub. 76 minutes gone on our clock. Good intervention there by two two Java Lane players, beg your pardon. New Star through Anthony. Now picks up Shahid, asking a bit too much on that occasion of Vital. But now the keeper. Trying to make something out of nothing.
They're eating away at every second, Java Lane. They need to make sure that they don't lose focus, because what they've been doing well is to make sure that they create chaos up on the pitch, which has kept New Star away. New Star taking quickly. They are showing the urgency as we inch close to the last 10 minutes of regular time. Oluwale, Vital, pickpocketing him off that, but good defensive pressure by Java Lane. Long delivery to box, but easy collection that time for Shade. New Star keep coming. Here's Tillam. A header, another Ayub clearance, and this lad has been fabulous.
He surely has been not once but twice in a row. Ashfaq Ayub comes good for his javelin team. That was the first header, and then pretty much to his bread basket there. Afro picked his pass, but goalkeeper did extremely well to save it. Now Olawale running, but some good defensive play there by Ibrahim. Olawale is been running his socks out as yet another javelin player is on the field of play at the back.
Asela Rajavansa seems like he's picked up a wound. This was the challenge. Back of the boot, really. There was no intention of harm there.
Plead in his case is Asela Rajavansa. They have to go out of the field of play these days and then walk back in. Javelin picks Ola. Cross coming in. Whoa, dangerous. But somehow kept in the field of play. New star. Trying to unlock this javelin defense. Coming into the box was the long pass, but just unable to get to the end of it was the Saunders player. Now Olawale. In fact, it's Harshan Sumudu. He goes down. Ball swung in. Javelin still trying to hold firm and may even go for the second goal. A shot taken. Ashfaq Ayub. Beg your pardon. Shade is up to the task. Now Ashfaq Ayub bobbles, but somehow gets the ball under his wing. Here's Brian. Bernard, beg your pardon. Penalty, shouts, screams. But the referee has not moved. Asking a bit too much there, Sudarshana.
This is brilliant, isn't it? From Java Lane, putting pressure in the correct areas, making sure that they keep the game alive. Much stronger team, New Star, but have been made to work hard as they make a change rather. Mohammad Al Fatih taken out for Ashik Ahmed.
An attacker for a defender, and the intentions of the coach and his staff are pretty much clear to us, Sudarshana.
Yes, sir. Also defend on a yellow. Al Fatih picking up, going into the referee's books in the 50th minute. You need to have all your glance attacking that ball, and that's what the coach has done. Here's Java Lane. Yet again asking questions. This is what they've done very well throughout the game, which has paved them good yield. New Star looking for that broken play. Here's Fazal delivering to the box, but as they've done, Java Lane in defense. Fazal in the box. Challenge on him, men marking him. Dilaksan, tame effort back to him. And the men in pink are there in numbers.
Hanging on by the scruff of their teeth are Java Lane. But New Star, well, they'll be quite disappointed that they could not pull the trigger earlier on that shot. Cleared away as Oluwale comes deep to collect the ball. Tiring bodies. Does really well. Dance in a way is Oluwale. But this time around a bit too much of pressure by Derek Fernando as he goes into the book, Sudarshana.
Fernando has been brilliant for New Star with those long deliveries. It's an opportunity. I beg your pardon, Java Lane rather. Goes into the book. New Star. Time running out. Avuja goes to ground easy. Sumudu. Oluwale, and here's one-on-one in the corner. Takes his time, delivers, and it's an easy collection for Shade.
Great idea by Oluwale, but just lacking a bit of execution on that occasion. He saw his teammate was well and truly open, and why not pick an opportunity, and that's exactly what he did, Sudarshana.
Rajavansa that time, who got a little bruise earlier as well. Now opportunity for Alim to drive this one from a distance. Sky set, and we are on to the 89th minute. Alim claims the foul. Vital protests, but referee says nothing doing. Derek to the box, and Shade has to come out to the rescue. New Star hungry for ball at the foot, but execution has been poor. Need to hurry. Yes, we close in on regular time here. Six minutes of minimum added time as Sumudu called offside.
Wouldn't have counted, Sudarshana. Six minutes for Java Lane to hold on. 6 minutes for New Star to grab that equalizer, Sudarshana.
The New Star needs to show the urgency. They need to respect possession, as Java Lane will look to continue their disruptive ways. Need to focus now and cannot rub down, as New Star not able to connect. Alim, the big kick, and Dilaksan takes it quickly. Headed by Alim, and Java Lane are happy to escort it out, and it was Bernard. Fazal, Dilaksan, flirting delivery, but Rajavansa intervenes. Oluwale with a strong run goes to ground, but here's Atik. Doesn't find enough power. Two minutes done on our clock in added time. Ayub yet again secures it. New Star. His javelin. In dangerous area, Bernard gifted the ball javelin, but gets it back. High clearances, they won't mind this. Rajavansa that time. Thilam running on to the ball. Alim. There's a foul. Delivery into the box. Not cleared still by Zawalain. That's a corner. 3 men down for the pink jerseys.
Four minutes gone on the clock of added time. Java Lane still holding on as their players go down, and they continue to do so. a replay. Yeah, I think it was on that occasion where he hurt his foot. Fazal to swing it away from the goalkeeper. To goal they go, but nothing really working for either side. Bit of a tangle, both players, but now Derek is getting into the thick of the action, and that's the end of the game for Mohammad Shakir, as things are boiling over, and this is not something we would like to see.
Yeah, really unmounted there, Shakir. Seems like the red card is taken back. Referee might have made a mistake thinking it was 2 yellows on Shakir, but he's just come back onto the field because he was one of the substitute players. Zawalin playing it forward, didn't have the legs to run onto it, and that's the game. And the club from Slave Island has done it. They've taken on the match fancied side, and they've come out with the victory.
They surely have come out with the 3 points, and boy oh boy, aren't they happy about it. They had to fight for it, but a goalless second half and a goal in the first half, that was more than enough for them. Javaline to come away with the 3 points. They still remain unbeaten and move to the top of the table.
Well, hands the first defeat to New Star, and this is brilliant from Javaline, and their fans are delighted. Good performance from Javaline, who make sure they go with maximum points from this encounter. But oh boy, Ashraf Ayub is owed a lot of dinners by this entire outfit.
Indeed, as the two teams congratulate each other and the match officials, this game comes to an end with Javaline securing a hard-fought 1-0 win.
Will be given a hero's welcome this side, and they do deserve it. Derek Fernando did pull a lot of weight for the lads in pink. Vital high-fiving his opponents, and Javaline winning it 1-0.
Here's highlights from the second half. Neither team unable to break. Ashfaq Ayub has been awarded the player of the match, as well as we see the highlights. That was that for the game. Both teams going hammer and tongs at each other. As we go down for the post-match presentation and the interviews.
Lanka. අප සමග එකතු වෙනවා අද තරගයේ වීරයා ජාවලින් කණ්ඩායමේ දැල්වැගෙන ක්‍රීඩක අශ්වාක් අශ්වාක් පළමුවෙන්ම සුබවතන අද තරගයේ වීරයාවීම පිළිබඳව අද වැදගත් තරගයක් නිව්ස්ටාර් කණ්ඩායම සමග. ඉතින් අද ඔයාගේ පර්ෆෝමන්ස් එක ගැන මොකද හිතන්නේ?
ස්තුති කරන්න ඕනේ ඉලියස් කෝච්. ගොඩක් ට්‍රේනින් කරා. ඒ ටීම් එක ලොකු අමාරුවකින් ඉතර ආවේ. ගොඩක් දුක් වුණා. හැම පෙරම දුක් කියලා තමයි ඉතර ආවේ. මම මාන්සිලා තමයි ආවේ. ඒක විතරක් ඩිරෙක්ට් අපේ ටීම් එක 11 කරා වීඩියෝ තමයි.
ඔබ කිව්වාගේ ගෲප් ස්ටේජ් එකේ බොහොම අමාරුවෙන් තමයි ෆෝර්ත් ප්ලේස් එකෙන් ආවේ. ඉතින් ඒත් එක්ක බලද්දී දැන් සුපර් 8 එක ඇවිල්ලා අනිත් ගෲප් එකේ සෙකන්ඩ් වෙච්ච ටීම් එකක් එක්ක ඇවිල්ලා හොඳ පර්ෆෝමන්ස් එකක් දීලා තරගෙ ජයග්‍රහණය කරනවා. ඉතින් මේ වගේ ජයග්‍රහණයක් ඉදිරි තරඟ වලට කොච්චර මොටිවේෂන් එකක්ද ජවලින් වගේ කණ්ඩායමකට?
ඊට මුචෝටත් ගොඩක් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරනවා. ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරලා තමයි එළ මැච් එක. හැම ටීම් එකක්ම ඊසි ගන්න බෑ. කොහොමද ටීම් තමයි හොඳ ෆෝරන් ප්ලේයර්ස්ලා ඉන්නා නම් හොඳයි. ඉතින් ප්‍රැක්ටිස් කරලා හොඳ මැච් එකක් දෙනවා අපේ ෆෑන්ස්ලාට.
ඒ බොහොම ස්තුතියි අශ්වාක්. ඉදිරි තරඟ වලට සුබ පතනවා. අප සමග එකතු වෙනවා නිව්ස්ටාර් කණ්ඩායමේ ප්‍රධාන පුහුණුකරු ඉම්රාන් හුසේන්. ඉම්රාන් අද තරගය හිතපු නැති රිසල්ට් එකක් තමයි කලින් තරගයේ ජයග්‍රහණය කරා. ඒකත් අන්තිම මොහොතේ. නමුත් මේ තරගයේදී පරාජයට පත් වෙනවා. අද තරගයේදී මොනවද ඔබ දැක්ක දුර්වලතා?
Actually, today day is Javelin day because we missed lot of goals scored. That's why I think we lost match.
And what do you think that needs to be improved? Because Javelin was a struggling side coming into the group stage. What do you think that needs to be improved?
We will improve next match. We can try to win, inshallah.
Okay. Thank you and all the best for the next few games.
Thank you.
Now we have Maxi, the president of Javelin Football Club, an elated Maxi, preparing to have a few words with Navod.
අප සමග එකතු වෙනවා ජාවලින් කණ්ඩායමේ කළමනාකරු මැක්සි ලෙට්‍රන්. මැක්සි තවත් වැදගත් ජයග්‍රහණයක්. ඕගලන් ගෲප් ස්ටේජ් එකේ 2-all draw වෙනා නිව්ස්ටාර් එක්ක. නමුත් සුපර් 8 එකට එන්නෙත් මම අශ්වාක් එක්කත් කතා කරද්දී බොහොම අමාරුවෙන් 4th place ටීම් එකක් එක්ක පෙලිකන්ස් එක ඕගලන් draw වෙනා. මේ මැච් එක ජයග්‍රහණයක් අවශ්‍යම වෙලාවක ජයග්‍රහණ ලබා ගන්න. අද තරගයේ performance එක ගැන කොහොමද ඔබ දකින්නේ?
ඇත්තටම අපේ ටීම් එක ගත්තත් කලින් කිව්වා වගේම සීනියර් ප්ලේයර්ලත් එක්ක යං ප්ලේයර්ස්ලා එකතර එකම ටීම් එක තමයි අපි ඉස්සර දුරට ආවේ. ඒකත් එක්කම අද අපිට ජාතික ක්‍රීඩකෙක් අපිට නයිජීරියන් ප්ලේයර් කෙනෙක් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ බර්නඩ්. එයාගේ උදව්වත් එක්කම අපි ටීම් එක පෙරේ තමයි එතුම ආවේ. ඒකත් එක්කම අපි මේ ගමන කලින් කිව්වා වගේ අපි සුපර් 8 එකට තේරෙනවා වගේ සුපර් 8 එකේ යම් කිසි දෙයක් අපිට කරන්න පුළුවන් කියලා ටීම් ප්ලෑන් එකක් අපේ කෝච් සමග ප්ලේස්ලාගේ 100%ක් උනන්දුවෙන් දැන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට දන්නවා ගේම් එක අනුව ගත්තත් සෑන්ඩ් ගෝල් අපි මිස් කරා. ඒ වගේම කීපර් පළපුරුදු කීපර් කෙනෙක් අපිට එන්නේ අවුරුදු ගාණක් ඉන්නේ කෙනා. ටීම් වර්ක් එකෙන් අපි මේ තත්ත්වයට ඇවිල්ලා තින්නේ.
ඒ වගේම තමයි මේ වගේ ජයග්‍රහණයක් කොච්චර මොටිවේෂන් එකක්ද දැන් ඉදිරි තරඟවලට. තව තරඟ 5ක් තියෙනවා. මොන වගේ මොටිවේෂන් එකක්ද මේ වගේ ජයග්‍රහණයක් ලැබෙන්නේ කණ්ඩායමට?
කලින් ස්ටේජ් එකේ කිව්වා වගේ අපේ ටාගට් එකේ තිබෙ සුපර් 8 එක. දැන් අපේ ටාගට් එක කෙලිම ප්ලේයර්ලත් එක මොටිවේෂන් එක දීගෙන මේ ඉන්නේ අර්ලියක් පනින්න. ඒකවත් මේක අවස්ථාවක් අපිට ගිය අවුරුද්දත් අපි රනර් අප් ජාවලින් ක්‍රීඩා සමාජයේ. මේකත් අපි අතරට එන්න තව මැච් දෙකක් විතර මේක කරනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒකේ ඉමින් try එකක් දෙනවා 100% ප්‍රොමෝට් වෙන්න.
බොහොම ස්තුතියි මැක්සි. ඉදිරි තරඟවල සුබ පතනවා.
බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි.